you like to say anything to the camera?
Happy Monday. Oh my God. Am I glad to be here. Monday morning, I am. Monday morning, about to get a pump in. Dude, I'm excited. Haven't worked out at all over the weekend. We're about to get it. It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Getting people, definitely getting looks.
But what's the worst thing they're gonna say? Oh no, you get.
We'll just work out in such awkward ways that people will be like, nobody works out this way.
Like spot you in ways that don't make sense to spot. Like you're doing bench and I'm like holding your feet.
Would you like to tell your posterity?
I don't know, dude. It's too early for that. Monday, I'm trying to get a pump. Monday morning, get pumps in on Monday mornings. That's what I'll tell my kids. Go to the gym on a Monday morning. On a federal holiday, we still go to the gym. Yeah, I was just felt a little defeated after my visit to the doctors on Friday.
That's okay. You know you don't have to be on every day, right?
I feel like I do.
I had a guy who once told me there's 7 days in the week and none of them are called rest day. And I go, and that's why you're always broken.
Yeah.
My motto since I've turned 40 has been party hard, recover harder.
It's a good one.
So what's on the agenda today?
Yeah, we're back to the dumbbell bench press supersetted with eccentric push-ups.
Sweet. All right, let me support. Screw all that. Nope. I want to live. That's okay. Wait till they hear my real secret.
Big ball. Just the left one.
Just the left one.
One.
You never pass that side.
All you need is one.
You're like, is there a door stopper here?
You know, there's this funny thing about eating a hot bowl of soup and putting your spoon right in the middle versus taking little bites from the edges. You don't burn your mouth. The guy who told me that, I wish he followed that same strategy.
He's harder to get into than a single man in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Listen, how do I explain, officer, the reason why I have this raging thing in my pants isn't because I'm into kids, it's because I'm a furry. I like the mouse.
I got a lot of cheese for that, rat. I got a lot of cheese.
This B-roll is going to be terrible.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's all right.
So that's not going to go on YouTube. That'll be on a...
This is great. No, this is going to be the voiceover over doing push-ups.
Wait a minute, Dave Porter's a furry? That's the only thing that's going to come out of it.
It is.
So it's kind of like a day in the life of this goon.
Actually, we're more interested in that goon than that one. That one already looks good. We need to make you look good.
Step 1, be beautiful.
I'm waiting for when Tim wants to choose like the muscle groups that matter for jiu-jitsu. Because right now we're doing chest, we're doing shoulders, and it's like, if I have to push you out of a position in jiu-jitsu, I failed my jiu-jitsu. So there's a real reason why I have like the worst chest, but like the most ridiculous lats. My form should not be bigger than my bicep, but here we are.
Yeah. That's not from this. That's from aggressive sexual behavior.
Are we doing 3 or 4 sets?
4 of this.
4. Awesome. I'm halfway there. What's the worst that can happen? After he was newly minted single, he was going through a hard time. He was like, how do I deal with this? I was like, just every so often crack a can of tuna fish and remind yourself, if you can laugh and do a workout like this, you probably have more than enough muscular endurance. Like people will take like medicine balls and hit themselves in the stomach and be like, yeah, see how good my core strength is? It's like, no. Until you've had a belly laugh in the middle of a set that could kill you, and then you have to will yourself to not drop a weight on your face, then you're prepared.
Yeah, I knew Monday morning was going to be a challenge. I just didn't know it was going to be this kind of a challenge.
Wow. Live, laugh, toaster bath.
Why is he shaking? Tim, why are you shaking?
That's him charging up for level 2. I'm in danger. Like I said, I love putting heavy weights over my head and then trying not to laugh. What's the worst that can happen? Just remember, it's usually not a war crime the first time. Fake motivation is still motivation.
All right, now we get tighter wide-angle shots. Now you
can fit my whole nose. It's weird. It kind of reminds me of how the British invaded everywhere in the world for spice and then didn't use a damn single thing of it in their cooking. It's like, you want some of the best Indian food in your life? You go to the UK. Not because it's a mom and pop's own business, because people from India are like, listen, if you're gonna come to my country and steal my spice, I'm just gonna make it for you here. And then there's me. And it's like, what did my people get known for? Unleavened bread. And what are we most known for? Bagels.
It's gonna be the weirdest vlog ever. It's like completely
Perfect. I wanted to make no sense at all whatsoever. It's the perfect storm. It's a workout video, but there's no working out. Just laughing.
Well, if laughter is the best medicine, you could at least say we're self-medicating.
There you go.
Also, in the grand scheme of things, is it worse to take your workout less serious, but you're safe, or take it super serious and you're unsafe?
All right, the first one.
Yeah. I don't see us doing weights that we can't manage. I don't see us in situations where we're gonna get hurt.
Oh.
So as much as it might be like, oh man, you guys aren't taking this serious enough, it reminds me of this great quote. Don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive. George Burns.
I like that.
Don't take it too seriously. You'll never get out alive. George Burns also said, I can't die, I'm booked. He also smoked cigars and drank whiskey until he was in his 90s. So there might be something there. That's why we make such a good pair, Tim. You sweat all over the bench and I wipe it up.
That's perfect.
You're sweating from working hard. I'm sweating because I saw a commercial for a Big Mac. I think this is a mistake. Did someone say steak?
Yeah. 20s was a mistake.
When I think about this exercise after I'm done with it, I think, why did we do this? But in the moment, I'm like, oh, this kicks butt. This is not easy.
No.
Next time I'm gonna bring my real tripod, then we'll get much better shots.
You get closer shots? Is that what you said?
No, not closer. Well, the closer you get, it's at wide angle, so you look like really chunky.
Oh, stop it. No. Now you're making me insecure.
Or I can like just punch in and make you really, like, just box. You look like Steve from Minecraft.
I thought you said Steven at first. I thought you were calling Steve in a box. No, you said Steve from Minecraft.
I might be a box. Can't put this on camera. You're only what you eat.
Ooh, nice shoulder pop.
Oh, your first one? Welcome to the club. If your shoulders aren't popping on every set, are you even in your 30s? Oh, wait.
You're in your 40s.
I'm in my 40s.
Just like the 1940s.
How does it feel knowing we're closer to the year 2050 than the year 2000 now?
Depressing.
Y2K was farther away for us now than the year 2050. That's okay. The calendar can't hurt you.
And people can.
But the fact that I was born closer to 2050 than 1950.
That's also true. It gives me a sense of accomplishment as a human race because I remember when there wasn't an internet.
Right.
And you had to get information by going to this thing called a library. It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
yet to visit
They
one of
put these answers in this really weird medium. So what you do is you stare at the pages of a book long enough and you read the ink that's on this dead tree until you hallucinate. It's really cool. Highly suggest it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah.
I will have to try that out sometime.
Wait, you don't read?
I just downloaded an app that like has lessons from books that they can just scroll through. Like,
Or you could actually read the book. Of course, you're from Switzerland, so I don't think they know what that is.
right.
Switzerland. I thought you were Swedish.
But what's the difference?
There's none.
Chocolate and a little bit of racism.
Chocolate and racism. Pretty much sums it up.
Does he look like a Lego to you? That was the Swiss, right?
Lego? I'm pretty sure Lego's from Denmark, no?
Is it Denmark?
I think that's where...
That sounds like a Danish thing. Hey, let's conquer the known world. Do you know the quality control at Lego is stupid high to the point where if the Lego doesn't make the sound, they'll throw it in the trash?
That sounds Danish.
Super Danish.
Yeah.
People always ask me, what would be like a great $1 million idea for a blockbuster movie? And I'm like, find something mundane and then take it away and watch the world spiral out of control. And that would make a great premise. So something as simple as like, all of my people, the window lickers of the world, unite and just not licking a window for a day. And it's like, did you not know about the glass bacteria of something, something, something? And you just run with it. Think about this. Do you know anything about like the Kardashev civilization scale?
Not more than you've told me about it.
Just know that on planet Earth, we're not even a level 1 civilization per the Kardashev scale, because we have yet to completely maximize our energy absorption through just natural means on our planet. So we're like a 0.7. To be a type 1 civilization, you would need to perfectly harness your planet's natural resources for your energy consumption. What would a level 2 be? Control of your solar system.
Oh, yeah.
Right? What would a level 3 be? Control of multiple solar systems. A level 4 would be galaxy spanning, right? We're talking Dyson spheres, we're talking like the whole 9. We are so far from it. To put it into context, Iceland is one of the few countries in the world that is completely off of fossil fuels. They have falling water, geothermal, solar, and wind. And so they are completely capturing the elements of the world around them to find their sustainable energy. Now, that's a country of under 400,000 people. There are more people in this county in Northern Virginia than there are in Iceland. Now, the number of people in this county that think they're doing their part with their Teslas and their EVs, meanwhile, the amount of strip mining that went into getting those batteries, you might be thinking you did something great in your area by spending a little less gasoline. But when you go to like the middle of Africa where they strip mined it to hell and back, and it's like, oh, that place is super polluted now. It's like, there was a great Native American saying about daylight savings time, where the native said only the white man would cut fabric from one end of the cloth, attach it to the other, and think he made a longer blanket. So now imagine if we ever saw a civilization that was type 2 or type 3, our poor minds wouldn't know how to compute it. We would think it's magic. Their technology would be so far past what we can comprehend, we would think of it as magic. So now, imagine you with your iPhone going to some indigenous tribe in the Amazon and pulling up a movie on your phone. You are magic.
Yeah.
They can't understand your technology.
That's insane that there are places like that.
You would think that these people are just primitive. So now we can have the dark forest conversation. Do you know the dark forest as a theory?
No.
Imagine you're a hunter and you're in the woods and there's predatory animals that could mess you up. Do you want to go through torch blazing, making a lot of noise? Do you want to risk it? That's the question. Is there a correct answer? Probably not. But this is why it's called the dark forest theory. You have to assume that in the cosmos, we are not alone. You have to, right? It's just too unlikely that we are alone. What do we got? One more of this or are we done with this?
No, we're done with this.
Cool.
We go to,
Done with you.
done with Earth.
Send another message. What do we got now?
Lateral raises.
Oh, crap. It still blows me away that they don't make it like a test you have to pass in order to like speak in public. Like, oh no, this guy's too dumb. You don't get a license.
You don't get one.
Take that back. And somehow it's like
Revoke
they let
his
me out in the
privileges.
wild.
I feel like it would be such a more peaceful place if you did have to apply for speaking privileges.
Here's a remediation on like basic grammar. I thought the worst thing happened about a decade ago. The generation at the time was verbing their nouns. And we are still in the throes of that grammatically, where I find myself doing it all the time. Oh, I'll Google that.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
verbing a noun. It's like, when did Google as a company become a verb?
Yeah, I kind of forgot we were still gonna use that bench.
It's okay.
Not for this next one, so
It'll be fine.
it'll go by then. It's chest fly.
We could theoretically also get on the pec deck if you wanted to do flies.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Want to jump to the other side?
Yeah.
If you put it in print, it's liable. If you say it out loud, it's slander, right? The bigger problem is he used his position as a well-documented Ultimate Fighting Championship fighter to kind of make himself sound more prolific when he was in service. That's called stolen valor. People die for some of these awards. You're here living and trying to get that glory.
Just because you were good at something else beforehand.
Correct. Now here's the thing. You didn't serve. A lot of people don't. Less than 1% of the entire population of America serves in the armed forces. And of that 1%, an even smaller fraction go and do what he did, which was become a Green Beret. Be proud that you made it. Just be proud.
Yeah.
That's it. Are you a Green Beret? No, neither am I. You know how big of a deal that is? It's a huge deal. But stay in your lane. Like, that's what you had.
Yeah, be grateful for what you have.
Be grateful.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say it, but it's like, I have one more Valor award than he has. You know how many I have? 1. So it takes away from the people who have done some great things.
Yeah.
Now, do I feel lesser because Tim Kennedy opened his mouth? No, I'm used to people saying dumb things. And the weird thing is, if you're used to people saying dumb things, you won't be surprised. That's another thing that I'll tell you in terms of like better outlooks on life. When you're in a situation where you're unsure of what to say, let the other person fill the dead air. That's usually a good enough time to let them expose themselves for the type of character they have. Because what people say when there's nothing to say is usually the BS. Let them say it. We would have these ammo pouches, and that would be used for like your spare magazine after you've depleted your magazine. You don't just let it drop on the floor, you stow it in your ammo pouch, right? You have like some brass casings, you have some stuff, you throw it in your pouch. Almost 100% of my squad had candy in that pouch. Is it because we all have diabetes?
No.
No, it's because we find the kids in the local area, and they go scoot, 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 which is like candy. It's like, all right, yeah, here's some candy. Hey, by the way, do you see anybody with a shovel digging next to the road? They're like, oh yeah, over there. Here's some more candy. You know how many IED finds we had just because we bribed the local children with candy? No way. Hundreds. If saving an American life was a handful of Jolly Ranchers, would you pay that?
Of course.
Absolutely. So now here's where I come in as a degenerate. I love operant conditioning. Think Pavlov's dog. So they say, scoot. I pretend I don't know what they mean. And I just look them dead in their eyes and I go, boats and hose? And they go, scoot. And I go, boats and hose? Until one of us breaks. And when they finally go, boats and hose, you're like, oh, here's candy. And then they say it again and you give them more candy. And then eventually you're walking through the area of operations and you just hear kids from like 300 feet away, boats and hose. And you're like, I'll get you when I get there. If you think that's the end of the story, you're wrong. Because you're only there for so long, 7 months if you're in the Marine Corps, right? So 212-day deployment, but towards the last few weeks of that, a new unit has to come in. Now, it's not like we all leave, they all come in. Most of this unit leaves, some of their unit comes in. And for a little while, you're running a skeleton crew of just a few of us and a few of the inbound unit. And we're working hand in hand with them to show them our tricks and our routes and let them meet the people that we've already made contacts with. So during this engagement, you leave some of your senior leadership behind to work with the senior leadership from the inbound unit. And then when the rest of their guys come in, the leftovers of your guys leave. And that way there's a good passing off of the baton. Mm-hmm. Well, imagine, I'm a corporal in the Marine Corps doing this passing of the baton. So we're walking through the AO and now all of a sudden the kids are like, boats and hose. And the lieutenant's like, what did they say? I was like, I have no idea.
Did they ever find out you were teaching them boats and hose?
Never.
Well, not until now.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Joke's on you, those kids are long dead. Said what I said. All right, at least 2 more exercises. Let's do this. Incline bench press versus decline bench press versus regular bench press. as you're looking at someone's pectoral muscle from the front, you might see a little curve. But when you take that muscle and you look at it sideways, it's teardrop shaped. Now, if you take a central point behind that muscle group and you keep that as your fixed point, now draw a straight line through it. Your incline bench goes through the thinnest part of that teardrop shape. So you do less on your incline. You do your average through the middle. And when you go through the fattiest part of that teardrop, decline bench press, you're going through the biggest curve of the pectoral muscle. So you end up doing more. Just understanding geometry and muscle shapes is big. So it's not bro science, it's actual science. You get on my back, you get on my back, you don't feel like you're in control, but we have a lot of black belts who probably do. But the only way I got there is because I put myself in that position. You have to crave the battle, right? You want to say, I want this on hard mode and choose it, I am not the most religious person in the world by any stretch of the imagination. But if you were to ask me, like, name a top 5 demographic group of people you like admire, in that top 5 would be Carthusian monks. Do you know why? They make it a point to live in misery. All of their clothes are made of duck cloth. All of them. All of them. And what do they sleep on? More of the same. On a stone floor. In a not temperature controlled monastery. They do this on purpose because the idea is the more they suffer in life, the more reward they get in the afterlife. And so these guys intentionally live on hard mode. And it's like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, go and watch anybody in the Shaolin Temple go through like their regular workout. It makes this look like child's play.
What's up, brother?
I'll tell you, my hand strength is not there.
Oh, you're still recording? A day in the life, bro. Dave hangs out with sexual deviants, degenerates, and the infirm.
And, like, you can't go wrong.
The great debate. Do you like Cool Ranch?
I like them all. They're good chips.
Do you remember when
They're
Taco
good
Bell-
chips.
You might get cut by a Puerto Rican.
When Taco Bell first had
No,
the,
all of them but Cool Ranch.
You know that famous video of the guy in his saxophone and there's a ostrich and the ostrich is going like crazy and the guy's doing it. You don't know that one? The sax player, he died. He passed away. And it's one of those things where I love that video so much because it's like anything random and physical, that music should play. So anytime I see you doing like snatch, I just have that visually in my head. Ostrich is doing its dance, and the guy is just like, oh,
that song?
that guy. What, to like cut his ankles? What are you gonna do to him with a knife?
Oh, I mean,
You think a moose gets worried about a knife?
oh, is that your spirit animal?
We call him baby moose for a reason.
I've already developed a weird nickname for you, even though you didn't ask for it. 'Cause I don't remember your real name.
I have a name.
What is it again?
I have a name.
Well, now you do.
Oh,
fuck.
I'll give you a nickname.
Tech support.
No, we got better for you.
7-Eleven.
Dave. M. Night Shyamalan.
At the end of this documentary, he's gonna be like, and they were people the whole time.
I hope you get spiritual diarrhea. See, you're stronger for it. You're welcome. Give me that back. Show off.
There are right ways and there are wrong ways.
You actually jumped on my back, so I had to do something.
And then there's whatever is wronger than wrong. In terms of great ideas, this is not among them.
Nope.
Go for it.
So, I'm gonna open up a ninja school, straight up ninja school, and I'm only gonna teach that man's curriculum, but give it ninja moves. We're basically
He's gonna teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he's gonna call it ninjutsu. This is his master plan, and then they'll go to like a local Naga or like a Grappling Industries in their ninja gear, saying they're a ninja school, and then actually do Jiu-Jitsu.
so you can show them how.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
We can show them
That would be great.
Yeah.
Don't entertain this. Don't.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Stop.
we're gonna wipe-
Stop. Stop. No. 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 No.
What did I do?
You're present. This is the thing that cannot happen. So German would find ninjutsu moves on the internet. He'd show them to me and be like, fix it. Make it actually work.
And I would try because I thought this was like a challenge. I didn't realize he was secretly making his own curriculum. The worst is, some of them are legit moves. Like to the point where we have a move we call the ninja move.
Which is terrible.
And it's a heel hook off of opening the close guard.
But you thought it was funny until you went to choke him, and all of a sudden your hands were around a tree stump.
It was almost like that. It was almost like, wait a minute, this can't be a real thing. Well, it is now. And it's to the point where it's like, we'll be in the middle of doing stuff like at his friggin' purple belt test. He mimicked like he was gonna do a ninja move. And I was like, don't. And it was like, the more I said don't, the more his hands kept creeping.
Good times.
Good times.
So is this all live or is this getting edited?
Depends. How lawyer are you?
My name is David Porter. Yeah, same name as him, which is weird.
Yeah, what's your social security number?
555-55-5555.
Fair enough.
Just sad when somebody's just so insecure about their legs that they feel they need to wear pants in the gym, you know?
Wait a second.
I was saying, well, see, you're not working out, so it's okay.
Well, I would probably still wear this. I'm too lazy to.
I was aiming to be disrespectful to Dave.
I bet you my ex is so good at shrugs. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. She has the most developed traps in the world. Just from all the times I've ever asked her what she wants to eat. I don't know. Just like yoked. I'll never know what I want for dinner.
She's like, ask me one more time. I dare you.
That's okay. We're gonna get to the point where Tim's gonna develop ILS, invisible lat syndrome.
Invisible lat syndrome.
Hey man, how heavy's that luggage? What luggage? Nothing says week-long body dysmorphia like working out on a Monday morning.
I woke up before my alarm, just out of being
I
like,
did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I
I
don't
was
know.
like, oh, gotta go.
And that's how old people keep up with young people. Just through the power of determination and not caring. All right. I would say I feel accomplished. I just feel sore. Thank you. That was great work.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna go sweat in the sauna. And then eat some food. Are we done here?
I have no idea.
Okay, stop. You're making me uncomfortable, Aaron.